Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how I've made this gatefold, pop-up gatefold card. I've done a few like this before, but I don't think I've done this size, and I've certainly not done this theme before. So for anybody who's not seen it, this is how they look. I've got my belly band there. So this is 6x8, but if you like the theme of this one, check out the playlist and you can then adapt the size that you want if there's a better size in that playlist. Merry Christmas. Slide it off, and then you have a pop-up cheese board or platter, whatever you want to call it. Wine and cheese, yes please. You can see that it's just slightly raised. I've done a few themes of this, so like I said, I've dropped them in because it's been a while since I've done it, but I just thought it worked quite well with this particular theme and having this like little chopping board that pops up, and then I've just used my embossing folder there to add a bit of texture. And yeah, I think it's come together really nicely. Very easy to make as well. You don't need any specialty dies to make this one, so let's get started. So the products I'm using today are the big words. So I'm using the Merry and then the Christmas stamp, which is on the back there. Then I'm using the pyrography set for the like little swirls, decorative pieces there, and the sentiment wine and cheese, yes please. And I've also used the wooden fence embossing folder for the wood grain kind of look, but you could use stencil, pattern paper, it's entirely up to you. The colour that I've used to distress a lot of this and to stamp with was the walnut stain in the Distress Oxide range. Oh, and I've also used my party food, which is the main part of this card because I've done the whole cheese board with it. Okay, so you want, for your gatefold, you want a piece of 11.5 by 8. And along that 11.5 inch side, you're going to score at 2 7/8 and 8 5/8. Okay, so it's slightly just under that 6 inches because I wanted to cut it from a piece of A4. And then just fold each of those score lines so you've got your gatefold. Okay. Then you want all of your mats and layers. So I've got this one to go inside. So this is the one that I've embossed with the embossing folder. I've then gone around and inked up the corners and then just brushed my ink over the rest. And before I embossed it, I stamped these details here and then embossed it. So you can even have a sentiment on an embossed surface. So just stamp it all first and then run it through your machine. So that piece there is, this is 5.5 by 7 3/4. That's going to go in the middle. And then I've got 4 pieces. Again, you can see I've added little bits of those details onto each one. Just want to make sure each one's different. So they're for the front and these 2 are for the inside. So you'll want 4 pieces of 2 5/8 by that same 7 3/4. So I'm going to get those all stuck down first. Okay, so that is all my panels stuck down. It's actually giving me a bit of a, I don't know, like spooky, the gates to the haunted house kind of vibe right now. So maybe I've given some of you some ideas there for a Halloween card. Okay, so this is the pop-up piece, and you can have 2 of these. You might want to do 2 smaller pop-ups rather than the one big panel that I've got. This is a piece of 6 by 2, and along the 6 inch side, you want to score it 1, 3, and 4. Okay, and just fold those so they're all mounting folds. And you want to have it so that you've got your 1 inch section on the left, then a square, another 1 inch section, and then the square, or rectangle square, should I say. You're going to bring it around, it's going to go in here like that. So fold it in half, so you've got your rectangle on this left side and one of the squares on the right, and then the rest on the back. Now you're going to stick it, you're going to add your glue to this part and fold that over, stick it to that first, and then we'll stick it down to the bottom. But I need to just work out, because this piece here is what I'm going to have as my floating chopping board. This is 6 by 4, and then the pattern paper on top is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and I'm going to have it kind of like, I want it on an angle, but I'm going to make sure that the score line here, where it's angled, it doesn't go past that. Otherwise, when you stick this on, it's going to hit against that and it won't open properly. So it's going to be, I reckon, about there. Don't worry that you don't see this because you'll see it all when it opens up. So if you want to do it similar to me, maybe you've got a big panel like that still, but you're having maybe a photograph of someone, you're doing a different scene, but I've come down 2 inches will be fine. All right. And you want to butt it up to that fold and add your glue all over this 1 inch rectangle, only that part, and then fold that side over. Okay, just leave that there for a minute to dry. Once you're happy it's dry, just carefully bring it up and just fold that right over, just so you can push down a bit more. Okay, then I fold all of that over, and now you're going to add your glue all on this big 2 inch square, because all of that needs to stick to the base. Okay, so then close it up. Again, just give that a minute to dry, and then again carefully when you bring it up, just make sure that's all stuck down. You've got to make sure that it can close, so wherever you stick it, it can't go over this line, this score line here. So I think that's about where I thought, so I'm just going to whack my glue all on there. Again, just close that down and push it, but I want to keep it on that angle. There we go, and just check. There we go, that closes. I have done that width there. You could sit it right up to that, like go flat against there, and it will all perfectly, you know, close as well. So, but now when that opens up, you can see the sentiment. When it stands up, you can see everything. Obviously it's a bit harder there, but you can see I just made sure I positioned it so that you can read that as well as see all that detail. And it's just raised off the bottom there, just a, you know, nice little effect. So now I'm going to decorate my cheese board. Now I've got my Merry Christmas, that's with a belly band, which I'll talk you through at the end. But I've got my cured meats. Now this one, usually I go really dimensional. If I show you, for anybody who's maybe not seen this, this is my lovely cheese board here. So I've got the Merry Cheesemas on the side. It's a 3D box card, but you can see how dimensional and how much detail I've got. So if you want to do something like this, then head over to my Made to Surprise YouTube channel where I go through all of this, but I'm going to keep it similar, but everything is going to be flat so it goes in the envelope. I just want to pile up everything. So I've got my grapes, I've got my little crackers, I've got my, they could be more cured meats, it depends on how you colour them in. I've got my stinky cheese, got another little cheese there as well, just kind of lay them over each other. Got some strawberries, I might keep the little kind of fruits and the sweet bits together, maybe on that side. I've got some cheese, and then I've got some little like feta cubes there, and I've also got my fig, another cured meat, and I've got a breadstick there as well, which is kind of left over, something like that. So I'm going to get this all stuck down, and then I'll show you how to add the belly band. That is everything now stuck down. So next we can add the belly band. So I didn't have a long enough piece of card in the same colour, I just got these scraps. So I've got two pieces here of 1 3/4 by 8 1/4. You don't need both that length actually. All you need to do is, as long as you've got something that's long enough to wrap around one side and give you like a little tab on each side, then I can stick that over the front there. So I'm actually going to trim this to the width of the card, which is 5 3/4, and then I can just add some glue all over each one, and then just lay that over the top until it's dry. Now if you want, you could have this at the back, so you could just slide it off and then turn it around if you'd rather this piece at the back, which I might end up doing. And then I'm going to add the Merry Christmas on the top. So there's the card all finished. Nice belly band on the front, which they can easily slide off. And then when they open up the card, they have their pop-up cheese board. Oh, I'll just caught that corner there. There we go. Wine and cheese, yes please. And it all displays nicely like so. And then I tend to just put the belly band in the front there. So I hope you've enjoyed this card style from me today. Like I said, that other version that I've done, or there's a few, I think, maybe 2 or 3 like this, I'll add them into a playlist that'll be coming up now as well, along with the product. That will all be linked in the description box below. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Drop me a message too, because I do enjoy reading them. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. See you in the next one.